So, welcome back to the campaign. For anyone new, I play games for the storytelling and challenge, which generally means taking my time, trying to stay thematic, and avoiding exploits. If you prefer min-maxing or speeding through content, then my stuff may not be for you, although you're welcome to join us for a while to find out. In Total War Warhammer, that means using some mods to make the campaigns and battles slower and harder to try to fit the brutal world of Warhammer, and also fighting all but the most lopsided battles manually. There's a link in the description to the video where I go over all the mods we're using and why. For this campaign, we are playing as Kugoth Plaguefather, the Fetid Brewmaster, setting out to spread across the world not for the sake of conquering it, but in search of the perfect plague. For some reason, humans and dwarves and lizards and everyone else don't seem to want to embrace Grandfather Nurgle's toxic love and are fighting back, which is an annoyance to Kugoth and will just have to use more forceful methods, like destroying their armies, conquering their cities, and spreading our corruption to every province we can reach. Okay, so a little bit more progress last time. We took Knobbly Gorge, that's where we have left off. We still have a little bit left in this turn. So, we have, of course, these two armies defending Scrap Towers, and we have Helman Gorst up here in Flayed Rock. Now, he can get here in 2 turns, and I'm a little bit curious if he's going to make a move down here now that it might seem like Kugoth is too far away to be able to reinforce, because this is still a weakened garrison. I was thinking last time that he was too chicken to come down and attack, and he might still be, but it could have also been that he was calculating that Kugoth could get over here in time to help defend it. But with him a little bit further, with Kugoth a little bit further away, we'll see whether or not Gorsh wants to come down. If he does, we might have to recruit in some additional units here, maybe some. Let's go ahead and zoom in here and close out the event messages there. So we may have to recruit some more units, including possibly some regiments of renown, which, if I remember correctly, yes. So, and we do have one new one now. We've got this this Chaos Giant. Actually, let's take a look at this Chaos Giant. We can actually get 3 of them again. So only 1 at a time. But just like these 2, even though we lost them, there's 2 more available to recruit if we wanted to. So that's good to know. Okay. So, let's also, one thing that I would like to do is I'd like to get these Plague Bearers now out of Kugoth's army and maybe over here into Plague Chosen. So Plague Chosen is going to be another demonic army, and some Plague Bearers might form the nice backbone for his army. We do need to start actually expanding our number of functional armies that can actually go out and do things beyond just the 1 right now, which is just Kugoth here. And while we're at it, thinking about Kugoth, we might as well go ahead and do this. So, a little bit of debate on the old comments there, which I can quite understand. I do keep making the mistake of accidentally casting spells with Kugoth, so let's just put an end to that once and for all. We want him to be a spellcaster in the long run anyway. It's going to take us a while before we can get as far as this Pestilent Decay, which I really like. We're delaying that by 2 more levels, but that's okay. That's fine. I think it's worth it just to save me the trouble of having to not cast spells with him anymore. And, okay, so I'm actually now going to dump, because I definitely want the Nurglish Familiar. I'm going to dump one of these other ancillaries. So I'm going to dump the Nurglish Mutant because I don't really care about having bonus diplomacy right now with other Nurgle factions. I do kind of want... At some point I'll get rid of Leper Lord, but while they're still in the army, obviously I want them. I think I might move the Standard of Discipline to somebody else as well. Yeah, well, I will if and when I need it. So right now, the Nurglish, so Ben Coke and Festergax have got the Nurglish Familiars, and that actually raises a question. Please respond if you know the answer to this. if a hero has an ancillary like this, and he is embedded within an army, does the army gain the benefit? I don't know the answer to that. I've always wondered about that, and I've never experimented enough to find it. It's also been suggested that I take these exalted heroes off of the chariots, and I may do that. I haven't decided yet. I'm not crazy about chariots, but they're at 78 speed here. I'm not crazy about steeds either. They're at the same speed there on the steed. The big difference is what? Our armor comes down, our melee attack comes down, our melee defense comes down. Yeah, actually, those are pretty... You're exactly right. Those are actually more significant detriments than I thought. And, yeah. Would I have gained a different ability? I wasn't even paying attention to that. But yeah, that's I think a good call. We'll go ahead and take him off of the chariot. I do want Infernal Champion, but I think I want to go ahead and... Oh no, I actually have gotten through that line to the end. I will add more points down here, but I'll go ahead and take Infernal Champion for now. And let's go back here and do Oedipus. Oedipus is up to level 18. He's still not quite immortal yet, but he's got the Arcane Conduit. Now is a good time for him to get Bloated Carcass, and then I'll go back in and finish filling in some of this stuff. Oh, I have another skill up. That's good. Well, let's go ahead and give him... I think maybe Fleshy Abundance is probably the most useful of those spells. And this is the first Ben Coke, and we'll get to the second Ben Coke in a moment. But for now, we want to have Woundmaker here and Deadly Onslaught. Okay, that's good. Everybody's getting 2 skill ups. And Septed, you only get 1. We're going to give you... You've got Arcane Conduit. I think in case... No, I'm still not going to put points into Replenish Troops because you're going to stay in this army for now. So we're going to give you Locus of Contagion, just because I like it so much. Mintash the Black. Okay, now we are at the point of a Deadly Onslaught with you. Anybody else? No. Okay, so let's go ahead and take care then of... Where is our other Ben Coke at? So someone had the suggestion, I guess he's the last one here, Ben Coke the second, okay. So somebody had the suggestion last time of making him thematically basically a pilgrim from the Empire, and I like that idea. The name was suggested of Emil Hochlinder. So there you go. Appreciate the suggestion. I do like it. And anything to give him. No reason not to give him some Nurgle relations, I guess. He's unlikely to fill up his ancillaries anytime soon. Okay. So maintenance now done. The aftermath of the Knobbly Gorge is partially taken care of. The army's aspect of it is taken care of. Everybody's getting replenished. That's good. Now we do have one other important aftermath, which is how do we want to spend our money? We got Scrap Towers here. I think Scrap Towers, poor Scrap Towers. When I was doing the reviewing the story so far, it made me realize just how many times this poor town has changed hand. The citizens there are not having a fun time of it so far. Let's go ahead and maybe get Scrap Towers. We're doing okay on the Nurgle corruption, although I wouldn't mind getting to the point where we start spreading it into neighboring provinces, but I don't think that's a priority. So we'll make the control the priority for now. And in Knobbly Gorge, we'll go ahead and make the growth a priority. We can't afford at this point to do a second one in Knobbly Gorge. Now here's the question is, we're going to be not staying in Knobbly Gorge after this turn, which is going to leave this vulnerable. We have two choices in terms of, actually we have three choices really, in terms of what we want to do now as our next offensive. We could push south to the Haunted Forest, which was my initial intent when I began the eastward push, because it would be nice to take this while Helmengorst has no armies down here helping to defend it. That is not going to be an easy battle to win, but I do think that we can win it. It's not walled. And is it going to be... It is going to be a settlement battle. No, it doesn't even say that. Okay. So I don't know whether this would be a settlement battle or not. It looks to me like it would not be. But anyway, in any case, that's a... You know, it's a decent field battle. But I think that we could win that. And so I'm tempted to do that. He could, of course, recruit a new lord and start to recruit some units into it once he realizes it's under threat, and maybe we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But another possibility is we could go up here and take Shambletown. It looks like it's in the mountains, but it's really not. It's really temperate, and it is a part of our Noblar country province, so it would be nice to have for that reason. However, it also takes us closer to Greasus's other territory, which I'm not particularly eager to do, although Greasus is probably still in pretty bad shape, I'm guessing. He's actually stronger than we are, but he's got 4 provinces. But in any case, he's not nothing. He's not something to worry about either. Gorst is probably still... Yeah, he's severely weakened right now. He's down to 2. I'm surprised that Gorst's army alone doesn't rank him higher than this, but so Gorst is actually down to just his capital down there, Haunted Forest, plus Flayed Rock. So that's interesting. Maybe we want to focus on taking Gorst, knocking Gorst completely out before we do Greasus. I don't know. We'll decide next turn, somewhat based on whether or not... If Gorst starts to make a push down here, we might come racing back this way anyway. And if we do end up wiping out Gorst, then maybe we take Flayed Rock first. So I don't know. We'll kind of have to react a little bit. Garrison Lord hasn't moved. Okay. Hero hasn't moved. Yes, we want to get you up. Oh, we've got 3 heroes. I had forgotten about that. This is wunderbar. This is Malefics. I think we'll go ahead and just stack our... Right now, we'll stack our heroes up into Grog's army here. Although, no, maybe we will put 1. So this is Emil. This is our new cultist. We already have a cultist here. So Emil... You, buddy, are going to get to go into Plague Chosen's army because you provide that mobility benefit. We do have one here, one Plague-ridden, who is providing the benefit of replenishing troops. So... the Exalted Heroes can keep going in there into Grog. I could stack up the Exalted Heroes in Kugath's army, and maybe I will once we move the... Oh, is that all of our heroes? It looks like it. Okay. Maybe I will once we move the Plague-riddens from Kugath's army over into Plague Chosen's. I don't know. We'll decide at that point. Building upgrade available. Yeah, I could afford that, but I'm not going to. Same thing here. Okay. Nothing to do there. Let's take a look at diplomacy. I already looked at this just for the strength, but dimmed sums again. Very curious what they're going to do, and that's. Ooh, how much would you offer?
Good.
1,600.
I need of more husks for my hordes.
Well, it's not worth it. Sorry. I'd rather just wipe you out, I think. But it's good to know that they're, you know, at a pretty serious disadvantage, you know, when they're ready to give you money for peace. Okay, so this is our 4th option, is we might have to run down here and try to do something about dimmed sums. If with any luck at all, which I don't see happening, but with any luck, they'll move out into the water, which means they'll seek greener pastures elsewhere. Well, a different color of green anyway, a healthier green than what Nurgle provides. Let's go ahead and at last, I think, well, no, actually, sorry, premature. One more chance to take a look at the plague situation. We have money. We don't currently have plagues happening here. So let's go ahead and do a growth plague, I think, for now. Now, I'm going to do this again. I need to keep spreading the ague, so let's go ahead and give... Let's give Grog the ague. Again, so we're allowing ourselves to do this every time we create a new plague. We're allowing ourselves to spread it once. So Grog is infected. And he's going to pass on one of these exalted heroes to Plague Chosen. Very good. And then that Plague Chosen will just come out on his own and rejoin. Oh, he can't because he just joined, just jumped in the army. Last turn, that's fine, or this turn, that's fine. Okay, now, finally, we can do our end turn. Let's do it. Oops. Did I click on the wrong button? Didn't think so. There must have been an exclamation point there that I didn't realize. Or maybe I did click on the wrong button. It's not important. Let's go ahead and do it now. Okay, Greasus, nothing to see, so we could make an attack on his settlement there. Okay. He's going to offer peace. 1600, nope. Sorry, buddy, not doing it. Oh, there he comes. Okay, so we're going to race over there and... Actually, let me think about that a little bit. Maybe we want him to attack us. Well, actually, you know what I just realized? I can't race over there in time to stop him anyway, because I guess he'd be able to reach this coming turn.
I will boil you into thick
Now what?
for my broths.
Okay. Alright, not a surprise. Is he going to attack our city here? No, he's not. Alright, well, I will look forward to destroying you because you've certainly been a pain in the butt. Alright, so our offensive has been cut short for the moment. That's nice right there. I like getting that upkeep improvement. We now have not one but two threats that we have to take care of. We have to go back to being defensive here momentarily. These guys, super annoying. You go from wanting a ceasefire with me to, of course, being a complete turd, but that's fine. The garrison here apparently is strong enough for them to not be able to attack, so that's good. Not exactly sure what their strategy is moving back north now towards our armies. Okay, so we got 8 plus... That's 22 units plus another lord. It's 25 units, including heroes. Now Gorse, yeah, we can win that battle, right? We got to figure out a way to do enough damage to his characters, but maybe with magic, maybe with the exalted heroes. I don't know. I just kind of feel like we could win that battle. Our plague-ridden here. You are the one who's providing the replenished troops, but you can't improve it right now. You've got 1, 2, 3. We need one more here. Let's go ahead and do that. And nothing to do. Scepter of Stability. Yeah, sure. Why not? Another magic item that I won't use. And the decision then becomes, Kugath, what to do with you, buddy? Now, okay, so the giant, if I do a Regiment of Renown here, I can't really recruit any more mortal units, right? No, I cannot. I could recruit mortal units, however, and plenty of them, into Plague Chosen, but I don't really think that any of these do what we want to do in terms of being able to take out the tough units in Gorst's army. I don't worry too much about any of the units in Sour's army. So I don't really see this being a really big deal to get more demons in Plague Chosen's army right now, but this giant is not demonic, right? If I look over here, nothing demonic about him. No, indeed. He's a super useful unit. He's very expensive on the upkeep, but he does do good damage, and he could be very effective, possibly, against Gorst's tougher units as well. So that is always an option, and if I do that, I almost kind of feel like between... Well, it really... I mean, this army plus the garrison is a match for Sour. But it's probably not a match for both all of the Dim Suns and Gorst all attacking at one time. But we're going to risk it anyway, because I don't want to give up the offensive. So what we're going to do... Let me just make sure, actually, that that Gorst... Oh, Gorst can't reach this turn anyway. Okay, how far can we get if we race? We actually could get back in time. Well, I'm going to have to... If I move to here... Actually, if I... Let me move out. Go into encampment stance. How far can I get in encampment stance? I can get this far. Which actually is a good... That might be good enough, because that puts us close enough where we could move to reinforce scrap towers next turn if we need to. Or we're still at the crossroads where we could go either north or south. Or we could keep going west. Okay. So I'm fine with that. I'm pretty sure that's close enough to be able to reinforce over here if we need to. You, let's go ahead and get you into regular stance. Should have done that last time. You're fine in encampment stance since you're still healing. Let's go ahead and not recruit the giants just yet. We will go ahead and do... You know what? I could race him down here now. No, he can't reach quite yet. Okay, no, I'm not going to. I'll go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and give... How are we looking? We're at 22 right now. We still have to keep doing this a bit more. Plague will infect Grog. That's fine. It is more expensive to do this with Grog than with Kugath, but it is what it is. This is where the second army is. Let's go ahead and give... We'll give you Malefex, and we'll take back Farmort. Okay. And now we'll go ahead and move Malefex on his own back in. Okay, that's good. Alright. Now, I feel like we're okay. I feel like it's worth the risk. We can still keep doing offensive operations with Kugath, defend scrap towers with these armies. If it looks like there are multiple armies from the Dim Suns all moving up here, we have to worry about the possibility of him locking down scrap towers by encircling it and then attacking the other army. So if that happens, we will move Plague Chosen away. And that's fine. He's got plenty of room over this way that he can move. Meanwhile, we're going to go ahead and spend our money on this. As long as nobody attacks... You know what? I'm not going to do another control building. I'm going to go ahead and do a Weeping Creepers here. I'm going to go ahead and do that because at least at the highest level, it will start spreading Nurgle corruption to neighboring provinces, which is, you know, not irrelevant. Meanwhile, Pig Barter and Ruins End, you guys are looking just fine, right? Doing okay. Don't really have the money yet, nor the population to level you up to 3, so that will all happen in time as long as nobody else attacks us. Garrison Lord not moved. Yes, we know about that. Okay, another research. This is good. We have 2 out of 4 here. We could do sores. I'm going to go ahead and do the pestiferous life because we will start recruiting some more plague bearers in the near future, and we're not attacking any frozen climates anytime soon, and we're not fighting Norska anytime soon. Okay, so that works for me. We'll do sores next. Then Lord not moved. Yes, we know. Diplomacy. Okay. They are still willing to make peace, and they're even willing to pay a little bit more to do it. How close are we to getting it? Hang on, I might sneeze. Okay. How close are we to... We're still 3 turns away from that second building getting built. That's fine. Let's go ahead and see what our enemies decide to do this turn. We now have 3 of them, right? 1, 2, 3. How strong are the greenskins here? They are 97. Okay, they don't really scare. Okay. Nothing from Greasus. Okay, Gorst. Still coming. Interesting. His heroes are just shadowing us like camp followers. Not the most effective use of his heroes, quite frankly. Ooh, and he's doing some mustering, so he did recruit another lord. It's good to know. And okay. Alright. He's not moving both armies up, however. Raise or sack Shan... Okay, well, yeah, we definitely are going to do that. Now we have a little bit more incentive to do it within the next 6 turns. Not so much that I would alter my strategy for it, but since I hadn't really decided my strategy anyway. Oh, he recruited another lord up here, and he's clearly in ambush stance right here, which is interesting. Our garrison right now is not yet fully healthy. We're not at level 3 yet, at tier 3 settlement, so we're not gonna, this would not be a settlement battle, so that's important to not make that mistake again. However, and I can't afford the giant now. I cannot afford the giant. Okay, so Kugath is going to... Kugath can make it all the way to Scrap Towers. And I think that's what we're going to do. We'll spend 1 turn reorganizing our armies afterward. So let's go ahead and move Grog out. Let's put him in encampment stance. It will be nice is the vampiric corruption is still not decreasing. That's annoying. Okay, Kugath, you go ahead and go fully into March stance. You get up here. No one is going to attack us this turn now, that's for sure. And we're going to go ahead and do... What are we up to now? We're up to 26. Okay, so what did we get? 4 last time? 4 each time we do this. We'll go ahead and do Kugath here. Now, we're going to give... We're going to give the Plague Bearers to Plague Chosen here. Okay. And that'll be nice. We'll start to make him... We'll give him the red line skills that improve that. Do we want to move any of... Do we want to move these Exalted Heroes into Kugath's army? Or do we want to recruit a couple more Nurglings in? How expensive are the Nurglings? Well, I don't know. They're pretty expensive. They're 0. Okay, I guess that answers that. We're going to put some Nurglings in the army. They'll already be replenished after this end turn, so that's good. And that's nice and thematic as well. Not as strong of an army as it would be with 4 Exalted Heroes, but I also don't want to make Kugath the only strong army, and I want to keep these thematic. And Grog, let's get a few more levels under these guys, and then Grog will start to become a pretty nice, formidable army as well. The one thing about Grog is in time, I may move this Plague-Ridden out of his army, put it in Plague Chosen's army possibly, because it is a demonic unit. Although I don't really think, I don't worry too much about the heroes. The heroes have value in any army, and I don't feel like that would be very thematic breaking. So let's go ahead now and take a look at our settlements. I don't think there's anything at all that we can do. Oh, we need money. Of course, we always need money. Got what we really need here. We need 5,000. What we really need is 10,000, if not 15,000, to be able to build some military buildings down here in Dreadrock. Okay, well, we'll get there eventually. If we fight a couple of battles, hopefully it won't take us all that long. And then... diplomacy. I'm not going to make peace with Gorst.
I am ready. Good.
Even though it would be kind of nice to be down to only 2 enemies. I could make peace with them and then take care of the dim sums and go ahead and take Shambletown, and by the time I do all that, it'd be just about time to declare war on Gorst again. But I don't, thematically I don't like the idea of making peace with him right now, so I'm not going to. Let's go ahead and... am I forgetting anything? I don't think so. Let's go ahead and end the turn, see what happens. Hopefully somebody stays close enough that we can attack them. We need the money. Come on, Gorst. Stay close enough for us to attack you. That's not surprising. A little disappointing, but not surprising. Alright, dim sums, your turn. The ball is in your court. Alright, what are you going to do? You're going to run away as well. Alright, well... Just going to take us longer to wipe them out. Okay. Oh, flayed rock. Got a cult manifesting there, but I'm obviously not going to spend any money on it. Oh, we finally encountered Grimgore. Not going to spend any money on it because we're going to conquer it. And it would be pretty pointless to have a cult there once we conquer it. So let's go ahead now. Oh, he's suffering attrition. Oh, he's in March stance. He booked as fast as he could. Well, let's go ahead and now get Kugath. Why do you only have 19? I can't remember why I have 19 units instead of 20 in him. Well, I should have done another Nurgling unit, I suppose. Do it now. Okay, and let's give you the skill ups. Let's go ahead and give you... What do we want? Do we want Deadly Blade or do we want Wound Maker? I think we'll go ahead and take Deadly Blade for now. You're going to get Infernal Champion, right? Because you've already got Deadly Onslaught. Okay, good. Alright. So, Kugath. If I move, I can move you down to here. I can't reach him to attack, of course. I can go into ambush stance. Can I get my percentage above 70%? It does not look like it. Okay, well, I'm going to leave him there because I think the further away he is, the more likely it is that they'll fall for it. We just want them to get close enough, even if they discover us at the last minute, we want them to get close enough where we can reach them in one turn. Now, Grog, you... Boy, I would love to be able to get you some Winds of Magic, but you're going to suffer attrition if I do. So that's not the best option. I think what we're going to do, we're going to move Grog back into Scrap Towers. And we're going to move Plague Chosen. We're going to give him... We're going to offer him up as bait. We're going to... give Kugath the ague, and we're going to move one of the... No, I don't want to give up one of the exalted. Yeah, I can go ahead and give up. Let's give up Mintash. We'll move him into Plague Chosen because we can then move him back into Kugath's army. Okay, all right. Slow but thematic and non-exploit using to be spreading the plague between our armies. Kugath is still in ambush stance. That's good. Scrap Towers, you're doing fine. You're only one turn away from having some more, 2 more units in your garrison, so that's good. They do have 2 armies here, so we're going to want to stay close enough now to be able to defend from 2 armies attacking Scrap Towers, which is what Gorst did last time. Okay. I think at last we're almost done. I could build another infrastructure building down here, but it would really just be for the income, and what I really need to do is save money up for the military buildings, so I'm not going to. I'm not going to do the cult. We're going to check diplomacy.
shoot bit. Father's here.
Can I assist?
Okay, a little bit more balanced in the war now with Gorse, but that's fine. Unless he severely overpowers us, which I don't think is likely to happen anytime soon, then I feel pretty good about our odds against him. Shadowstone Bay, what are we doing here? So we are actually slowing down the Dim Sun's movement. That's good. That gives us a policy of maybe being able to chase them. We'll give this one turn because we could only move a little bit further anyway. We'll give this one turn in hopes that somebody moves towards us. Let's go ahead and end our turn and see what happens. Boy, I've already burned through a lot of time in this episode and we haven't fought a battle yet. I'm really kind of antsy to get one in. Also because we need the money and also because fighting battles is fun. It's what the game is all about, right? I mean, I like the strategy as well, but I think between the strategy part and the tactical part, I actually enjoy the battles just a little bit more. Oh, and I can see already that Kugath has been pulled out of ambush stance, so that's unfortunate. So clearly that's not going to work. Was maybe one of the Gorst hero units there close enough to pull Kugath out of ambush stance? Because I'm surprised it didn't happen until Dimmed Sun's turn. Well, it is what it is. Come on, guys. What about your other army? Maybe your other army will... Nope. Nope, they are just not exposing themselves. Well, that's smart of them anyway. Let's go ahead and take more Plague Toads. I know I've already chosen this, but it's less likely that I will be building the military building that gives us Plague Toads anytime soon. Okay, Kugath, can you reach? Yes, you can. And he's in march stance. Thank goodness. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and get Plague Chosen in on this fight as well. That's not going to be close enough. Let's get him to here. And Kugath, let's attack. I didn't even look to see if we have any skill ups. Just wanted to hurry up and get this done. So this is what you get for declaring war on us. I want to give... where's Oedipus? Which one is Oedipus? This first one is Oedipus. Okay. Yeah, I want to hurry up and get a battle in this episode. And I don't think this is going to be particularly long or difficult. But it'll feel good wiping out Sour. Well, killing Sour's army. I'm actually not wiping out the faction just yet. Now, since we've rearranged our units, I'm a little bit curious whether it's going to default our... Yeah, it's still pretty much defaulted most of our units into the bunch formation that we generally use anyway, but I'm still going to rearrange them. No need to spend a real long time on any of this. Let's just go ahead and get everybody into their places. Kugath at the front. I'm going to put you on guard mode. Let's get one Plague Ridden on each side. Let's get one Exalted Hero kind of on each side. The Cultist in the middle. He's on his War Shrine, so that's good. Is that everybody? That looks like everybody. Okay, let's go ahead and start the battle. Kugath, let's go ahead and maybe fire at... None of these units particularly seem like a priority, so we'll just throw at whatever. What's he hitting? Kugath? Oh, you're not even facing the right direction. That's great. Okay. Hit them a couple times. Hit these guys a couple times. Eventually they'll start coming towards us. They do have a fair number of ranged units, so that means giving them. I should have probably gone into the woods, and I still could. You know what? Let's do that. Let's at this point just move. Are these woods even good enough to protect from arrows? I am not certain, but we're going to try it anyway. So let's go ahead and move everybody into the woods. For whatever it's worth, just to protect from the archers. Now, of my... Okay, so he's still on the chariot. So I only took one of them off the chariot. I should have taken them both off. That's my mistake. Hopefully I'll remember to address that soon. Let's go ahead. Oh, I'm also completely forgetting that Oedipus has this. Now, this is a little bit risky to move a Plague-Ridden on a Rotfly. What just happened there? Oh, I guess that was Kugath. That's fine. A little bit risky to send a Plague-Ridden on a Rotfly into range where the archers can shoot him. But I don't think a couple of Goblin archers, or Savage Orc archers, I don't think they're going to do all that much to him in such a short period of time. Let's go ahead and get him back. I'm not doing the same thing with the other Plague-Ridden yet because he's not mounted on a Rotfly. He's not fast enough to... Let's go ahead and get you guys up here. Mixed in. Where is he here? Yeah, see, his speed is only 29, so that's no good. Let's go ahead and get these guys summoned and charging into their front line, maybe. Let's go ahead and speed things up a little bit. There's the archers. Let's get our end Nurglings here into the forest. You guys as well. Just everybody group up. And we'll go ahead and... This is a melee defense. It doesn't provide any benefit for missile defense. Let's go ahead now and get Oedipus back here. I think maybe on those arrow boys. He'll do some decent work there. And additionally, we could start casting some streams of corruption here. One of his units moved. Stopped moving in the direction that he was originally moving. Now let's go ahead and get our Exalted Heroes maybe on his... Actually, you get on them. Cultist, you can join attacking Sour himself. You guys are almost there. I want you to get into the middle there. You can go ahead and get on them, quite frankly. You can go ahead and get on them. That's all fine. Now we can go ahead and do our area buff. Let's go ahead and get these guys doing whatever little they can do. Oedipus, how are you doing here, buddy? You're going to be, I think, doing a number on them pretty soon. Let's go. Oh, not that. Stream of Corruption. Let's go ahead and do the Stream of Corruption here. Pretty decent damage. How you doing? You're not really taking any damage. You guys are doing some good work on Sour. You guys, yeah, just stay on him. You're a match for those We can. Oh, now yeah, now we can do this. That'll help a lot. We're about ready to do another one here. That'll pretty much wipe out one of those. Yeah, they're broken. You can switch to them. Let's go ahead and get another stream of corruption over here. Okay. Kugath, why don't you go ahead and cast the stream of corruption as well, since we have plenty of magic and you now have the passive heal. Okay. Still haven't taken down Sour. Interesting. Well, get on that, guys. Get on it. Oedipus, you've got them broken now. Let's go ahead and do another stream of corruption here. Won't be too much longer before they're all broken. How are you doing here? Now Sour's broken. They're broken. Let's get you charging down here, and me Lord is wounded. That's good. Let's go ahead now and just start mopping things up. Actually, let's get our faster units on the archers, I suppose. How are you doing? Okay, let's go ahead and maybe get a... Oh, they're all broken. Never mind. There's really not much to do there. Let's go ahead and buff them. Oedipus, how you doing? Let's go ahead and just cast a heal on yourself. And you can get a group heal on you. Oh, I didn't even move you the whole way forward. It's interesting. And why are they not all... They still got these guys right here. Okay, we'll go ahead and turn you guys around. Where's my beast? I never even got the beast into the fight. Okay, let's speed things up. Everything's going to break here momentarily. Might as well drink the healing potions, just in case they took a point or two of damage somewhere. Nothing to do there. Nothing. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. Because, actually, now I see there are some units that stopped being broken. Let's go ahead and get a nice Blight Boil here. Looks like this might work. Gonna move himself into it, of course. Let's not do that. Well, we did it anyway. That's alright. Heal himself up. Okay, they are in pretty bad shape. We've taken care of their lord. We could chase some of them down, but I'm not going to spend the time to do that. We lost a total of 18 models, but looking at the green bars there, we look pretty darn healthy. Thankfully, we'll get a little bit of money out of this, hopefully. And if I haven't made the announcement with Kugath yet, I did create a collection of the mods that we are using in this series on Steam, so you can subscribe to them all on the workshop with one button. In case anybody's interested, if you do, please, let me know, make a comment about how they're working out for you. I like them, but obviously everyone's tastes are different. And anyway, the link to that collection is in the description below. We're going to go ahead. Normally I would take the infections because it's a less than 10-to-1 ratio, I should say, of favor to infections. But we really need the money right now more than we need the infections. So I'm going to take the favor. That army is... I didn't think it was going to be destroyed, but it looks like it was. Sour's army is no more. Okay, very good. Now, we still have another army to deal with down here, but that will have to be for the next episode. In fact, this is a pretty weak army. Maybe we'll be able to do it with Grog's army instead of Kugath's or something like that. We do still obviously have to worry about Gorst, and maybe we'll have a big battle between Kugath and Gorst in the next episode. I hope so, anyway. But that's going to have to do it for this one. I am out of time, but thank you all so much for watching. And thank you for the comments. And I will see you in the next episode.